Here's a great passage found in Proverbs chapter 15, verses 16 and 17. Listen to this. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure with trouble. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fatted calf with hatred. A little while ago, I was reading a blog written by someone I knew in high school. And at one point I started laughing because she described a habit that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have. Here's what she actually said. Quote, "I've just returned from one of my favorite evening hobbies, peeking in my neighbor's windows. No, not peeking in the nose pressed up against the glass kind of way. I'm subtler than that. Or at least try to be. I wait for that perfect indigo moment between twilight and darkness, when it's dark out enough for people to turn on their lights, but still too light out for them to close their curtains. Then I walk by, and as I'm walking by, I turn my head and look into their homes. It's not so much that I'm a peeping Tom, it's more that I'm immensely curious about how other people live their lives." I guess what's funny about it is that I know a lot of people who just can't help themselves when they're walking at night. If your neighbor's drapes are open and the lights are on, don't most of us sneak a tiny little peek, at least to see what their house looks like? If you think about it, that tendency might also be one of the reasons we love to watch TV. It gives us the opportunity to look into someone else's life, even if they're fictional, and compare it to our own. And it's this tendency that can lead to problems if you step past the bounds of curiosity and into the realm of jealousy. What happens when you see someone who actually has more than you do, or seems to be living a better life? Have you ever wished that you could be the CEO of a big multinational corporation so you could get the 7-figure paycheck? Here's the principle to remember. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious. And if you came by it honestly, there's also nothing wrong with being rich. All through history, God has honored wealthy people who managed to live godly lives at the same time. But with big paychecks come big responsibilities. And sometimes with big responsibilities and huge loads of stress comes a lot of worry and personal trouble. And that's where we discover that money isn't the only secret to being wealthy. According to the Bible, you can actually earn less and have more if you have that one thing so many people would love to have: peace of mind. There's just no question about it. A home filled with love is worth more than the privilege of eating in 5-star restaurants. And knowing God personally as a friend is worth more than any stock portfolio you could possibly put together. Again, it's not that God is against success or hard work or money. That's not the point. The point of this passage is to remind us that those things are nowhere near close to the top of a well-ordered priority list. And as always, God's just trying to give us a better way to live.
The creation-evolution debate has been raging for decades. At its core are some of the biggest questions in the universe. Does God exist? Where do human beings come from? What story does the fossil record tell? What is the meaning of life? Pastor Sean Boonstra addresses these basic questions in the Out of Thin Air series, now available as a 2-disc DVD set. Discover why this subject is important and why it forms the basis of meaning and purpose for your life. On these DVDs are 4 inspiring presentations by Pastor Sean Boonstra, plus 2 interviews with biologist Dr. Timothy Standish. Topics include The Big Question. Ancient writings tell the story of an omnipotent God who brought this universe into existence. Does he really exist? The hidden history of the human race. Evidence seems to suggest that our ancient past might be different than what we've believed for generations. Is it true? Secrets in stone. The more we dig into the earth, the more surprises we find. What happened to this planet in the distant past? Out of thin air. Amazingly, there are reliable answers to the most important questions ever asked by human beings. Find out why you are here. Each of these 4 programs includes a comprehensive lesson review led by moderator Dan Houghton, Plus, the DVD-ROM portion of this set includes the lesson files so you and your study group can easily follow along. To order, simply call 1-888-664-5573 or visit itiswritten.com. The DVD also includes an exclusive bonus feature, a question and answer session with Pastor Boonstra and Dr. Timothy Standish based on questions from the audience. Also, the DVD includes an optional Spanish audio track for the presentations and lesson reviews. In addition to the DVD series, Pastor Boonstra has written a dynamic book on this important subject, also titled Out of Thin Air. The book delves deeper into these vital issues. Plus, the book is also available in Spanish. To order the book or the DVD set, please call 1-888-664-5573 or visit itiswritten.com.